Families. If you are married, your spouse and minor children can enter with you. They are called F2s. If they cannot enter at the same time as yourself, they need to show that you have been admitted or will be admitted in 30 days' time. If they are entering late in the process and you have completed your studies, they can show that you are approved for practical training, which I will explain shortly. That will allow their entry. Each member of your family must have filled out their own SEVIS form I-20. Practical training, or PT. In order to qualify for practical training, you must have been a student for 1 academic year, with some exceptions for graduates, and your work must be related to your studies. There has to be that relationship. In other words, you must use it to further your academic goals and not just to earn money in the US. OPT is also available for persons who were enrolled in a seminary or conservatory. If you were a student who partook in a study abroad program, you can still qualify as long as you spent at least 1 academic year in the US before going abroad. You can qualify for up to 12 months of PT with another 12 months available to you when you change to a higher academic level of studies. PT does not apply to people who are in programs that train you in English. There are 2 types of PT. There is OPT, which is the opportunity to work after graduation or even 20 hours a week during the school term or during school holidays. However, if you take advantage of the part-time work, it will be deducted as half-time from the available full-time OPT for you at the end of your studies. If you want to work after school is over, you must have studied for a bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree. You must have completed all of your requirements in order to be eligible. However, you cannot wait until after you finish school to apply. You can apply up to 90 days before the end of the academic year, and you must complete all of your OPT no later than 14 months after completing your studies. Your spouse and minor children may remain in the United States with you but cannot work. Again, your spouse may not study, and children may only study if in kindergarten through 12th grade. The second type of PT is what is called curricular. In other words, this employment is part of your academic program. The DSO should authorize you to work, and the work must be an integral or critical part of your program. Basically, you have employers that have relationships with your school that allow for this type of work. If you end up in this type of program for 1 year, you cannot work in OPT after you complete your studies. One last detail on students, and a very important one at that. If you remember, at the beginning of this program, I had mentioned Section 222G of the Immigration and Nationality Act, or INA. In other words, the immigration laws. It basically states that if you overstay your visa by even an hour, you must return home to have a new visa reissued. More importantly, you cannot change status within this country. Well, interestingly enough, students are not considered overstays for 222G purposes unless and until an immigration officer or judge has made the determination that you have overstayed. But if you overstay past the 60-day grace period, then you have lost the opportunity to apply for change of status or adjustment of status, which means applying for a green card.